See, the most expensive thing we spend is time. This is why even the biggest punishment you can receive is time.
So you're gonna have peaks and valleys, or have things change in your career at a point, and you feel like, is it at a high or is it at a low? You can't even. I never wanted to be someone different. I wanted to be a better version of me, like to not have the restraints that I had, you know. And when you come up without finances, it seems like the biggest restraint, and it makes you make that financial or money focus. Mm-hmm. And I'm feeling like that's the answer, but there'll always be new confusion or new situations that show up. I believe depression is a luxury. Tough situations, like, still look at it like I gotta get up and do what I gotta do regardlessly. I can't not do what I gotta do. So I'll work depressed. Or when I'm feeling those feelings, I say I just don't feel good, but I still do everything I'm supposed to do for the day. You know, so like that just is not acceptable in the early stages. So you look and you go, if you felt those feelings and you felt like you was depressed for whatever reasons, you still got up and did what you. Anybody who have a long enough career has peaks and valleys, you know? And then with the upsides and the downsides, you just work through it. Well, every time you in a position where you feel like it's going down, it's only for it to go back up again. I'll watch it happen repeatedly. It goes down, then it goes up higher than it was the last time it was up, every single time.
I think the only thing that separates people is their passion, right? And when you become really passionate about something, you can work at it until you're good enough, till you're on that top level of performance. So like if you see, sometimes people, it may be some sort of genetics involved with it, but when you see fighters, like you see Floyd Mayweather Sr. is what inspired him and created that passion that made him turn into what he is. And Kobe Bryant, his dad was a ball player too, and you got Venus and Serena, their dad helped him out. And you have people around you that can help you get the right information or help you do it the right way early, that you can actually become good enough to do it.
You start to think about what you're genuinely after, and that's happiness. You know, so I'll always pick a new goal and move forward in different ways. So I think ambition is a tunnel that you run through that doesn't end.
Anyone who's extremely focused could be considered ruthless at points. Because if they get in the way while I'm trying to do what I'm doing, I just knock them out the way. Well, damage. When things start to spread and they're aware that you're active or you're doing what you're doing, he's going, me too. So, you know, if you think it's going to be a one-sided situation, you're wrong. You just got to make sure you go so hard the very first time that there's not a time for him to come back. If I could skip the hard parts that I went through, I'd skip it. You know, these are the things that your parents or that your people around you would try to help you to avoid. You know, telling you early, nah, you don't want to do that. Like, you don't caught up in it. And then there's a lot of stuff that's there. Like, I would avoid them now. Look, they're not a part of, it may be a product of the success because a part of my temperament comes from it and experience and how I view things. But it's not a part of the actual success. I'm being successful doing things that are a lot different from what I was doing at that point. Where you was going to get the information from? To think outside of that environment and see the possibilities of different things that you might want to do, and actually be able to find information to occupy yourself with learning it. I learned so much about myself over that time, because if you ask me to make a wish now, I'm just going to wish for more wishes. Because I need to feel the confirmation of success repeatedly, like at different points. Like some people can hit the lick and go away.